Hey everybody, how you doing? So I'm on my way home early today. I want to knock out something before I can get upstairs and start texturing the walls in the man cave, and that is that I have to put blocking, some bracing, in between the floor joists that the upstairs floor is mounted to. Or engineered trusses, that the entire roof line, interior walls of the second floor, all of that is created into one engineered unit. And you've got a couple of 2x10s that run across the bottom, the full length of the shop, which is that's 30 some feet worth of span with no central support underneath it. Although the company that built these things claimed that they could hold X amount of weight per square foot or inch or whatever it is. And that's fine. I mean, we had a lot of weight up there throughout the last year because we use it as a storage area. But now that I've emptied it out and I started working on the room, there's just a lot of flex in that floor, and I can't finish the room, one, because if I did and I put curio cabinets in there and displayed things, there's so much movement in the floor that it would just knock things over and be a hassle. But what really did it for me was a couple of nights ago I went up there, and man, I was raring to go too. And I was going to go ahead and texture the walls because I got everything prepped and ready to go. Walls are smooth, things are patched. I started masking off the windows and the outlet boxes and all that stuff. And as I walked by, I noticed a crack on the knee wall where the two butt joints come together on the sheetrock. And I very quickly realized that crack manifested because of my fat butt walking up there and flexing that floor, which caused a hairline. First I thought it was just a tool mark and the shadow casting and all that. I looked closer and it was a crack. So before I could do anything up there and waste any more time up there, I got to shore up the floor, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go home. We're going to take some measurements and cut these blocks, install the blocks in line, and I'll show you on the video how I'm doing it to provide stiffness, okay, between the floor joists. Because what's happening right now, if you can imagine a floor joist like this, it's just pivoting, and there's nothing supporting it. I'll show you what I'm going to do when I get home. Okay, I got to go. I need to keep focusing on this road. All right, close your eyes, folks, because what you're about to see could harm your sensibilities. But this is all the crap that was upstairs before I brought it down to work, and you can see it's mixed and integrated with my other shop-related items. But I've got so much cool stuff, man. Tanks, they're just dying to come out of these containers and be on display. You know what I mean? And but that's what we're going to work on. So anyhow, here's the problem. Here's the ceiling I told you about. You can see how it's all engineered and it's built up on one side to be able to create a room. Let's just go for a quick walk here. And you can see up there where the sheetrock is. Okay. Now, what's happening is that this entire span, when you walk up there, is wiggling. And that's what's causing that wall to crack. And for the life of me, I don't understand the engineering here on how that can support, but it does. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put blocks somewhere in this neighborhood and somewhere right about there. Okay, evenly spaced from the center to help with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit between every single one of those, and I'll notch them out for the cables. If you have plumbing going through there or whatever, you can certainly use a couple of 2x4s for bracing as well. But anyhow, that's what I'm going to be working on here this afternoon. So I've got my 2x10s, and I've already started cutting them. I measure it 22.5 inches long for the majority of the spaces, and then I've got another board that's supposed to be at 14 inches. There's two of those when you get closer to the stairs. Let me finish my cuts. All right, everything's cut and ready to be installed. And Now the ugly part. I gotta make a complete clear path for a ladder such situation. And I've decided I'm gonna use where the sheathing went down upstairs as my guide for this particular side. This is man's best friend. Complete with a magazine and a bunch of rounds. Yeah. Here's what the blocking is looking like. So I just got 3 22¼ pieces there, a 14-inch there, and this side will be done. And we'll come over here and do this side. It's actually going up pretty easily. Okay, one side's done, with the exception of that last one. I went upstairs, and what I just did here literally took 90% of the movement out of the floor. Feels very solid when you walk and kind of bounce on it. So we'll get this side done, and that should really tighten things up. Okay, you can see I got 2 sets going there. When I started getting on the second set, I said, screw it, man. I just got them in line. I didn't even try to get them perfectly straight because I'll get wore out. Let's go up here and see if we took care of the flex. Oh yeah. Slight movement, but not much. Okay, let's patch up this crack. Crack is pretty much repaired. Let her dry. That's it. Flex taken out of the floor. Crack remudded. Let's let stuff dry, and we'll start working. Look. I'm not meeting my goals, okay? I've been trying for weeks now to get this done, and I keep running into other problems. So, come hell or high water, there will be green paint on those walls this weekend and a ceiling fan mounted. And boy, are you gonna love that ceiling fan. Have a good night. Oh, and subscribe, will you? Join up with us, hang out, come along for the ride. There's a lot more to do on this man cave build. And then we're gonna start building Jeeps again, and that's gonna be fun.